Well, I was going to ask Mr. Bridenstine about issues such as the Stennis Space Center. So I guess I'll ask you to do that on the record, Mr. Bridenstine, and the future of rocket propulsion and the in-kind contributions that we make there, and also the Space Launch System and the Orion system. So I guess I'll just ask you to comment on the record about that. I appreciate Senator Lee engaging on this issue, and let me just say, this is what I believe about climate change, and I won't even ask you if you agree with it, Mr. Bridenstine. Climate change has been occurring for millions and millions of years, and anyone who disputes that is simply not looking at the evidence. And only in the last few decades has it been suggested that it is human activity that is causing climate change. Now, you've acknowledged that human activity may be contributing to climate change, but there have been wild swings in the climate for millions of years, and only recently have we had the audacity to think that we are so important, that we are causing that climate change, and some other reason has just vanished from the universe. Let me say this about scientific consensus. It hasn't always been right. So now scientific consensus is unassailable. As a matter of fact, Galileo challenged scientific consensus. Copernicus challenged scientific consensus at their peril, and it turns out they were right, but they were alone for a while. Here is where there's not scientific consensus. If we do everything the left has advocated with regard to climate, combating climate change, if we outlaw coal, and if we make people cold in their homes and raise their power bills 300%, what will the effect be? Will sea level be any different? At the end of 100 years, we do everything the left has advocated, and there is a scientific difference. There is a scientific debate about whether that will actually occur. I think, and Senator Udall is my good friend, I think your answer, Mr. Bridenstine, to Senator Udall's question is the operative matter. Will you make sure that politics and your own personal philosophy is not injected into the scientific work being done by NASA, and you have solemnly assured this committee that you will see that politics is not inserted? And to me, we can continue to have this debate, and Senator Udall and I have had it all over the country and all over the world, and we'll continue to on a friendly basis. But you have said, and I'm satisfied with that answer, that politics will not be part of the scientific decisions in NAFTA. So thank you, and I'll ask you to reiterate on the record your great support for the Stennis Space Center and the fact that it is a vital part going forward in the mission of NASA. I yield back.